Hey, I'm Jess Johnson. I'm a life coach and certified EFT practitioner, and I'm going to be tapping on Overwhelm today. You can tell I just blanked out there because I am feeling overwhelmed, and despite my entire body screaming at me, no, Jess, we just need to go and do the shit that's on our list. I know that the best way to offer myself compassion and allow the day to go smoothly is to take a bit of time to just acknowledge kind of what's going on, let myself get clear on that, and then move forward with my day. So I've got my journal here, and I just want you to kind of settle into your body, whether you are feeling overwhelmed today or anything else. And with EFT, we get something called borrowed benefits, which means that even though you might not resonate exactly with the words that I say, when we tap, you can still find benefit. You can still get clarity. You can still drop cortisol. You can still calm your central nervous system by tapping along with my words. So I'm just going to ask some questions here and spend some time kind of journaling, and then I'm going to launch into tapping and you can tap along with me. So I am feeling overwhelmed today. I've got a lot of stuff. Actually, even when I talk about this, I'm just going to let myself start tapping. I had a lot of stuff on my plate, both business-wise and personal. I didn't get as much done as I wanted to this week. I'm planning a surprise party for my husband tomorrow, and there's still a lot that needs to go into that. And like right now, I am just feeling pulled between like, okay, get that shit over with so we can do this other stuff. And always feeling like, oh, there's just not enough time anyway. What's the fucking point? So when I tune into feeling that overwhelm, and now we've got a pretty good handle right on what that's about. So now I want to think about like, what do I need to believe about either myself or time or anything? Or what do I want to believe to help shift this? So I'm going to tune into that. So just think about whatever that is for you. Wherever you are showing up today, whatever it is you want to shift, go ahead and write that down. Maybe give it a scale of 1 to 10. My overwhelm's probably about an 8. And think about what you want to believe, what you want to think that will help that. So I'm just going to give myself a moment, and just give yourself a moment. Take notes, whatever you need. So the thought that just popped into my mind is everything is working for me. And when I let myself tune into that, it feels like anything I've done prior to today has just been a foundation to keep moving me further. So that feels like really awesome. It feels like, what if the hardest parts are already over? And I have done enough today in my business, not even today, but like previously, to let my business be easy. I have friend support to help me with this party, a lot of friend support. So I'm going to score that now. When I think the overwhelm, stuff on the overwhelm was about an 8. When I think about everything is working for me, how much do I believe that on a scale of 1 to 10? 4 is coming to my mind. I thought that would be higher. I'm kind of surprised, but whatever. I'm going to go with it. So now I know what I want to believe, right? But I've still got this overwhelm kind of working up in my chest. Although it has even like just giving myself the time to step into that other thought, it has kind of reduced probably to about a 6, actually, I would say. So now I'm just gonna start the tap and acknowledge what's in the way of this everything is working for me being a 10. So you can go along and tap with me, either use my words or use your own, and then we'll check back in, right? So starting at the side of the hand, even though, just repeat out loud, I'm feeling overwhelmed. It's kind of hard to believe that everything's working for me when I can look at my list and see the shit that's not done, especially the stuff I've been meaning to do all week. I feel this ball in my throat when I think about it. Just make a note for you. If it's showing up somewhere else, it's okay. Right here, right now, I accept myself and honor what I'm feeling. Even though I'm feeling this overwhelm. There's so much I want to get done. There's so much I need to get done in my business. And there's so much I want to get done to make sure this party is amazing. And I'm feeling pulled with where to start. It's kind of hard to believe that everything's working for me. I feel it in my throat when I think about it. This tight ball. Right here, right now, I accept myself and honor what I'm feeling. Even though I feel this overwhelm, this ball of tightness in my throat, thinking about where to start today, I accept myself and honor what I'm feeling. And we'll start tapping. I'm feeling this overwhelm. Thinking about everything that needs to get done today. Thinking about the things that I haven't gotten to yet. Thinking about the things that I keep reprioritizing. I'm feeling overwhelmed. And as you're tapping, like right now, a bunch of stuff is coming up for me. Like, oh yeah, you also didn't get this. You didn't do this either. When are you gonna do this? So I'm just letting myself, I'm just letting those thoughts and feelings, any memories kind of come to the surface, and I'm just acknowledging them. No judgment. I'm just letting them be there. And just let yourself breathe and tap through the points, just putting your attention on whatever's coming up for you. Keeping your eyes open. And then just take a breath and check in as you get here. So when I check in on my overwhelm, overwhelm feels much less. It just feels like, okay, you have a plan. And then when I check in to everything is working for me, that feels higher. That feels like a 6, and I can feel like my chest kind of expanding into that. So I'm just gonna really tune in to that 6. And I'm gonna tune in to that statement. Oh, there's a mosquito. And just listen for what comes up, because the overwhelm feels less, but I'm still feeling like a little something. So when I say everything is working for me, I'm just gonna let and notice whatever comes up for that. So everything is working for me. I can hear a voice that's like, "But is it? How do you know?" not fast enough is something else that just came up for me. Oh, and you're never going to get to where you want to be if you keep, oh, what was that? If you keep getting distracted. That one feels meanest. So I'm actually going to start with that one. So I've got these three kind of little voices that came up as I try to step further into everything is working for me. One is, what is it? How do you know? Second one is not fast enough. And then the third is, you're never going to get to where you want to be if you keep getting distracted. And that one feels like the most like, how dare you? So you can go ahead and whatever you've got written there, maybe give it a score of 1 to 10. How intense is that for you? So that feels like an 8 for me. Not fast enough feels pretty high as well. But is it? How do you know? Actually, when I tune into that, my sense of knowing, actually what comes up for me that's quite high, it's like a 10, is just a deep sense of trust. So that kind of lets me know that this is one of those thoughts that it's just a human brain thought, like that we don't have to believe. Like I don't feel any ping in my body, like, oh my God, like, how do I know? I feel like, oh no, I do know, and this is why. These are all the reasons why. Sometimes we think that anytime our brain offers us a thought like that, it's like a bad thing or something we need to fear or something we need to believe. But oftentimes if we just give ourselves a moment to like sit with that thought and see how it feels in our body, we might just find like, oh, this is actually an opportunity for that to happen. Just what I did there. Like I got a little defensive of it. Like, yeah, we do know, and here's why. So hopefully one of those is doing that for you. And let's go ahead and start tapping again and pick whichever one is strongest for you. So even though I'm never going to get to where I want to go if I keep getting distracted. And that makes me feel tired. I accept myself and honor how I'm feeling, even though I'm never going to get to where I want to be if I keep getting distracted. That makes me feel tired. I accept myself and honor what I'm feeling, even though I have this voice telling me that I'm never going to get to where I want to be if I keep getting distracted. I accept myself and honor how I'm feeling. I'm never going to get to where I want to be if I keep getting distracted. Oh, it feels like that's my fault. I should have better control. Haven't I mastered this by now? I'm never going to get to where I want to be if I keep getting distracted. I'm never going to get there if I keep getting distracted. I'm never going to get to where I want to be if I keep getting distracted. So I'm going to check in. And just jot down any thoughts that came to you. They might be thoughts, they might be feelings, they might be memories. Everything's relevant. Just go ahead and jot it down. So the thing that really came up for me is I'm getting better and better at this. And if I force things to happen, I'm gonna miss what's there. I'm gonna miss what's for me. And that's actually what's going to take even longer. And that actually feels really true. So when I check back into that overwhelm and that little thing that was left there, like, tune into that. I feel like I've got this. I can feel a little bit of that, you're putting this shit off again. And so we're just gonna do one last thing, just honoring that and then making a decision to release it. So I'm actually just gonna start here and then start tapping, even though I can still feel a little bit of me resisting going with the flow. Resisting the fact that I have indeed done enough. Just honoring that. Everything is working for me. Because I'm working for me. I'm practicing self-care and giving myself compassion. I'm celebrating my wins. I'm letting myself feel good about that. And as for this voice that tells me I'm never going to get a handle on this, I'm releasing it back to wherever it came from. This belief is not mine. I am deciding that everything is working for me. Whether I am at the grocery store, or sleeping, or physically working on my business. Everything is working for me because I've built a foundation of trust and compassion. So I release anything getting in the way of me moving through today with complete confidence that everything is going to get done. And this party is going to be amazing. And he is going to be so surprised. And my business stuff will get done when it needs to get done. It will get done at the exact time that it will benefit me the most. That feels amazing. My work will get done at the exact time that it benefits me the most. Write that down. So it doesn't mean that I don't do anything for this, right? Sometimes people think that like manifesting or thinking positive or having self-belief means like they just get to send that off into the ether and then go sit on the couch and watch Netflix. Now, some days a couch day with Netflix is a priority. It is something that will give us our self-care, but not when we do it every day. We do want to take action, and we want to take action from like the feelings that we have that stem from thoughts like, my work will get done at the exact time it benefits me most. And when I think about that thought, I'm like literally visualizing like me sitting down and prioritizing my list and taking things off of it and doing it in a way that makes sense. So it doesn't mean like, you just get to like wish, hope, and dream, send thoughts and prayers to that thought and hope it comes true, right? So in sitting here now, like the action steps that my work will get done at the exact time it benefits me the most is to be able to sit down and be like, okay, what actually needs to happen today? I can think of one thing. I don't really want to do it. It has to do with like tax stuff, but it is the most important thing in my business. So if I get what I need to do for the party done, which I have actually already mapped out, like the steps, the things that I need to do today, the essentials for today, and how long it'll take me, then I will have time to do that important thing for my business, and then I can just chill out for this weekend, knowing that on Monday and be ready to take action. And my only action that I have to do in my business this weekend is to take care of myself. So I am ready on Monday to just feel amazing and get back to work. So I hope this was helpful to you. Drop your comments, drop your shifts, drop any insights in the chat, and I'll see you next time.